So if you ever spend much time looking around on the internet and reading news stories, you'll see some things that kind of may tend to disturb you. And one of these that disturbs me a lot these days is people that refer to their dogs, especially dogs, maybe even cats, they refer to them as their children. And, this, as silly as that sounds anyway, which it is silly in my opinion, this is perpetrated through these news stories the further we go, through the years. And I don't know if the people that write news story content, if that's something that they intend to do, that they're trying to get animals accepted as people's children. I don't know if that's what that's about. Let me say this. I don't have a problem with people having dogs or cats, of course. Who would? But, it makes me super uncomfortable to be around people that talk about a dog or a cat as a kid. They give it attributes and a status in the family as being a child, like something that was born to them when it obviously wasn't. And I seriously hope that that's not going to continue to be perpetrated, because it's ridiculous. Two human beings cannot have an animal as a child. Technically, I know there's been cases where women have had relations with animals. We won't get into that, but a man and a woman cannot procreate and give birth to a dog. I hope that there's people that realize that, but I know that past that, there's people that, for whatever reason, I don't know if their kids left home or they haven't had kids or they have empty nest syndrome, whatever, but their dogs and cats, their dogs especially, they're not dogs anymore. They're children. They're kids. And those white jobs refer to them as kids. I think it's silly. I think it's entirely ridiculous. But look at this. See, that even the news stories get into this. I caught this. I was reading it. This is about the worst dog in America, and that's the worst dog right there. So this dog's such a bad dog, and it's such a pain in the ASS to deal with, that it actually chewed through a metal cage to get out. So it's basically, out of control. So you caught this little part right here. It said, not only did she display all the behaviors that typical parents have with their dogs, but to a degree that really needs some expert intervention. Laura Roach, that's a nice name, Camp Bow Wow's director, told ABC News. What the hell is she talking about? Not only did she display the behaviors that typical parents have with their dogs. Parents? Typical parents? No. Somebody that thinks they're a parent of a dog, they're far from typical, sweetheart. That's screwed up. So, I know you dog lovers out there are probably going to bash me for saying this, and I don't care, but that's messed up. Call your dog a dog. Call it a member of the family if you want to. But please, for the sake of people's sanity, please do not say that it's your child, okay, and you're its parent. And don't try to award money to it after you pass away. Get real.